Thank you for choosing the Channel One newsroom. Let's now settle for the details. And in our first story, government has indicated it may consider removing the newly introduced 1 cedi levy on petroleum products if it successfully clears outstanding debts in the energy sector. According to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, the levy's proceeds will be used to procure liquid fuels and settle legacy debts. Daniel Odromensa has more in this report.
Introduced under Certificate of Urgency and approved by Parliament, the 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy has faced significant public backlash. The minority in Parliament has condemned the move and is planning a protest, while commercial transport operators are threatening a strike to demand its reversal. Speaking on the big issue on City FM and ChannelOne TV, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Richmond Roxon, defended the levy as a necessary intervention. However, he noted that the government could consider withdrawing it if the measure effectively addresses the sector's debt.
The issues are being tackled simultaneously. It is not that one point has been, one is being tackled and the others have been left. No. Every bottleneck that has been experienced. That is why the sunset clause was not included in the act, because if things go well, within 12 months, within 16 months, within 18 months, depending on what the reviews are, we may end up going back to even abolish this 1 cedi that has been introduced. So it is not as if it's been left. No, maybe subsequently as a ministry, we have to share the work plan for people to know what the ministry is doing.
The Member of Parliament for Efija Kwabre North, Collins Adomako Mensah, criticized the government for introducing the levy without adequate stakeholder engagement.
I'm a deputy ranking member on the Energy Committee. I only saw the memorandum to the amendment when we were asked to meet, to join the Finance Committee for an emergency meeting. Nobody engaged anybody. So stop this, there was an engagement. GPRTU, which is the mother body that controls all drivers, was not aware. What kind of engagement are you talking about? So nobody should come here and say that there was engagement. There was no engagement. Indeed, on the day of this bill, the initial order paper did not have this particular item on it.
Economist Professor Patrick Esumin acknowledged the public opposition but argued the levy may be essential to tackling long-standing energy sector challenges.
And we are better off accepting a 1 cedi levy, 1 cedi per litre levy, if it is indeed going to fix the problem, than wait for the whole thing to come crashing on us. Everybody knows that if we don't deal with the energy sector problems, we are not going anywhere fast. We can have all the other big plans. All these things about industrialization, 24-hour economy, anything else that we are talking about, we have to address the energy sector. My only issue is the timing and how it has been presented.
The Executive Director of the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy, Benjamin Insia, questioned the government's proposed 1.2 billion cedis allocation for emergency fuel procurement. He noted that the amount lacks transparency and inconsistency with available data from key institutions in the sector.
I think we need to also make this clarification. You see, the natural gas inflows have some disruptions across the year. We're made to believe that in the first quarter, we're going to have a challenge with the inflows in January, February, and March because of the peaking activities and also maintenance of Jubilee, as I indicated earlier. ENI is also going to do some activities in September and November, and that's also likely going to have some disruptions in inflows. But in all these inflows, they don't amount to the $1.2 billion dollars people are mentioning around. So are they telling us that $1.2 billion for liquid fuel, or what they call liquid fuels, plus $1.2 billion for natural gas will cost us $2.4 billion annually for only procurement of